some sound in game. I haven't really been doing that, and I think a lot of you guys miss the sound. And yes, I haven't had it, but these are just low CR games. I haven't played sub and I haven't played twos or threes on this guy. Like all I do is carries, and that's about it. So I just full send it, and if I lose, I lose. So I'm basically just doing a good old fashioned an hour of coaching with this with actually a guy that is really the only person that buys like almost daily. He's a big buyer, so we get them games done. We end up easily taking him out here, and pretty much as a sub rogue now you cannot hold your CD. So you used to be able to get every cooldown and then use your CD and then kill him. You are no longer able to do that. If you do that, there's a higher chance of you actually losing that way. So basically, you want to play like a peekaboo type playstyle to where you're going in, and even if you're doing carries, I'd do the same exact thing. You need to go in, flick cooldowns, and just do it as it goes. Because if you just sit there and try to get every cooldown, the only ever time it ever works is if you get a huge crit on like a leather, like a Windwalker, a DPS Evoker, a DH. Like on plates, it will never work. You will never end up killing somebody 100-0 like a warrior or anything like that. So I would just go in there, full send your cooldowns, and if you lose, you lose. But I honestly, if you want to hold your cooldowns to where you're facing a low CR team and you know they're going to use cooldowns without using anything. So here, my guy ends up incapping, and that guy ends up trinket sacking a 1 second and bubbling. So that's every cooldown and wings and dive with swords, every cooldown imaginable right there. So that's like a situation where we get really insanely lucky because let's be honest, this comp should never lose to us in any situation ever. It's an HPL. Any HPL knows that the reason I blind here, and the reason is the sap. So if I tried to sap off that, it wouldn't have worked. Now I had to DR into a sap. So the reason I DR blinded is because if I tried to sap off that, he wasn't going to die. Here we end up absolutely taking him out, and we end up getting the W. So sometimes you got to get that CC off, especially when they don't have anything, and we end up taking them out. So sometimes DRing can be good, but in that situation, it helped us out. This was a game where this Windwalker was doing some sketchy things. Like when I was, you guys will see. I think I skip a little bit. Maybe I do the whole thing. We'll see here. So here we're gonna open the warrior. We're gonna restun him instantly. So we're gonna kidney off that cheap shot. I'm gonna disarm him out of that. And basically, we don't have steps, so we can't disarm him. We actually blind this guy. I thought he was gonna trinket, but I guess he's only using human trinket. For some reason, my Gladius is weird to where it covers up the trinket, so I can't see if they have trinket or not. It's been super weird lately. I've been trying to fix it, but I've only been able to put my DRs on the right side. That's why, like, randomly my DRs will be on the right side. So in this situation, you're just going to gouge off of Fist of Fury, because if you use it before on Fist of Fury, you're just going to die. Like, if you just put slow on me right now, I'm dead. So thankfully, I have a Man Elf. That's the one time Night Elf is God tier. Whenever they don't have bleeds and you get like a quick reel like that, because in reality, I have 0 cooldowns, I'm going to die. So thankfully I am the right ratio. So this guy was really weird about being like, at first he wasn't doing it, and then he went ape. Like he went legit the most ape I've ever seen anyone go. Like this guy was randomly rezzing, and then he'd use all of his movement, just like he robs randomly right there, insane rob. So he randomly robs, which is honestly he could have used that from me, humping the pillar, but he ends up absolutely outplaying me. I still end up sapping him here because it doesn't put me in combat. I end up getting a restart. He ends up actually trying to chase me here for a second. So this guy was crazy. I'm talking about. I think that's why I said lower CR people end up outplaying me because they're just so crazy. You don't know what they're gonna do. They'll wall randomly. They'll stun air, and like look at this. He hits me right in the dome. He hits me right in the forehead perfectly. He ends up stunning me. Now if he waited 10 seconds and he just perma slowed me and then he stunned me, he probably would have had a better chance of killing me because I wouldn't have had trinket. I would have had vanish, but I would have just died in the stun if he had full everything. So had he saved the damage and just kept me slowed, he probably would have won the game. But thankfully, he ended up doing a big old-fashioned mistake, and we capitalized off of it. And if you guys know anybody or somebody that can edit, I'm looking for somebody that can do shorts. So like obviously the shorts on YouTube. I'm looking for like tiny clips. This guy ends up getting me out again. So I'm talking about this guy has the most random play style, and it's pretty insane because he ended up getting me out every time he wanted to. He pretty knew where I was. 5-head strat, stream sniper like usual. But yeah, if you guys know anybody that does shorts, just quick like 30-second ones. I'm just looking for somebody to just get like I send them some videos, some clips, and then you guys just put them in the shorts, and then that's about it. I can do it really myself, but I don't really know. There's certain things I want in the shorts that I can't really do myself without getting copyrighted. So I'm looking for somebody else to do it. So if you know anybody or you are that person, hit me up on Discord or comment it and I'll get it to you. But I'm looking for somebody that can do the shorts. Here, we're just going to full send the priest, and as soon as the priest disperses, you're going to swap mage. We end up kicking the mage, and when he's kicked, he can't actually block. So, actually, never mind. He can block because it's not an arcane ability. That's the one ability that he can cast and get kicked on without actually... At first, I thought he was going to die, I'm not going to lie, but it wasn't. It's technically not in the arcane category. This guy ends up getting absolutely flamed, and we end up taking him out. Now, yes, this is really high CR. Let's be honest. Sub Rogue's not... See, there's a lot of people that mistake this. Sub Rogue does damage. You have to play the right comp and the right build. So like, there's a certain build now that you have to play. I don't even think I'm playing the right build. Now I might be, but I'm not sure because I've seen BUQAOB. He had like this video up that people were like, "Yo, he's playing the wrong build." This build right here, now it does damage. I'm not gonna lie. Like if you play with a meta comp, you are gonna be beating a lot of these teams. Especially that now people aren't playing demo lock that much. Like you rarely face a demo lock now, like in twos wise. So like I think Mage and Hunter like under 2200 is still really good. I don't think Priest Rogue is good unless you're playing Assassin, but like, you know what I mean? It's still definitely playable. Like so it does damage. They try to make Sub Rogue a consistent damage class. So this is a situation where I try holding cooldowns and it ends up absolutely not paying off. So this is getting every single cooldown and still I wasn't even close to killing him. Technically I was kind of close, but not close enough to be satisfied with a full burst rotation. So I end up blinding him here. We end up getting every cooldown swap. Every button that you can think of, we have gotten. Now, like I said, if you're facing a plate-wise are basically like auto tanks. So like arms warriors take damage, but the one class they do not take damage. Like plate take damage. Don't get me wrong. Like I know a lot of people like I'm not trying to like call people out, but like Ben Rookie cries a lot about like arms being tanks. I think today I commented on a video that everyone was complaining about him saying warriors were the tankiest classes in the game, even though any other class in the game instantly 100 is a warrior. Let's be honest. But like if you're playing a sub rogue, obviously. So I'm gonna wait for my badge trinket. This guy actually laughs at me after clicking every ability in the game in the opener. So this is the type of people that I actually lose to. Now, if this was Shadowlands and Rogue done the damage it was supposed to do, I would have already won the game. So here, this is every cooldown I have, and it wasn't close, let's be honest. This is every ability, he's still at 40%. I end up trying to sap him again, I end up full killing him here, and still it just was enough to take him out. I even Shadowy Duel, but I'm energy starved, and he can just self-heal. I could have disarmed him, but I just would have been energy starved, and I end up not killing him here. So, not much I can do about it. But that's the situation where holding your cooldowns is just not doable, and there's no point. It doesn't matter what you do. It's just I wouldn't do it. I would go out there either click in the first stun or the second stun, because if you hold it, you're just not gonna have a fun time. Now, if they do end up buffing Sub Rogue, the problem with buffing Sub Rogue is they would have to nerf Secret Tech. I think the tech build is stupid. I think it's boring. It's kind of like a dress. It's kind of like I just don't like the 2-button rotation, even though that's always been sub. I think sub rogue should only be doing damage on its burst, and I mean that's the spec. When you click blades, that's when you do damage. But when you click blades and they have no cooldowns, they die. It's a guaranteed kill, just like any other class. If any other class clicks, burst on you, and you have no cooldowns like a rat or a weir, then you're dead instantly. You're already gone. You're a goner. Hell, even if a disc priest bursts on you, it still wouldn't matter. Like you'd still die. So I end up trinketing here. This is a situation where you thought he would die, and then he just ended up living at 20%. But yeah, I'm gonna try to make more sub videos because I know you guys actually enjoy playing, or I enjoy actually playing sub a lot. I wish it was the meta for solo queue. I'm like 23-30 in solo queue, and I've only been playing for like 2 days on solo shuffle is really fun. Like I said in the last video, if there were fast queues, I would queue it on every single character I have, and I wouldn't even touch arenas. I think arenas are garbage. I think at 1200 MMR in arenas, you're having like this is 1400 MMR facing a warrior wrestler druid, and they're backpedaling. It's a Ragnaros team, so what do you expect, lol? But I end up getting him out here. I end up blinding him. But yeah, I would suggest everybody that actually has time to play and you can sit in a queue for 20 minutes. I actually end up sapping his trinket here, which is pretty nutty, and it doesn't really matter because the classes we're playing are kind of useless. But Yeah, the moment they try to make Sub-Rogue a consistent damage class is the moment Sub-Rogue died. When they try to make, like, this is a situation, this guy should be dead. There's no situation to where he should be alive right now. That is my full damage burst rotation, and he's out of form. No trinket, no skin, and he just sits there and tanks it. That's a situation for me is where he should die. This guy Iron Barked air, he trinketed air, and he skinned it, sap. So it's like, no, and he just rejuvened at 100%. Like, this is the type of people that you deserve the damage. Now this is where I actually the best crit I've had. Like this is where he either had PvE gear or he had just blues. My guy ends up dying, but imagine if you look at it, I did more damage right there than I did on my Blades Go. It's kind of really RNG with your damage. And don't get me wrong, Sub Rogue does damage. People that say Sub Rogue does no damage, it does damage. The problem with Sub Rogue is it's not guaranteed damage. Like if your damage doesn't crit or doesn't do the highest amount of damage, you do not kill a thing. Like if you just get normal hits and even crits sometimes, even weak crits, still do nothing. I mean, there's obviously a reason you don't ever face a Sub Rogue anymore. I mean, rogues in general. I mean, I don't face any rogues in solo queue at all. Like, I faced one. So the problem this guy did right here is he leaped to the eyeball, so I don't know how he expected to get to me. So I ended up mounting up, because I thought, I don't know, honestly. In my brain, I just wanted to pillar hump, and I just wanted to sit, because obviously I'm a rogue, so it's like I'm born to pillar hump. I'm probably the best pillar humper. Like, unless you auto attack me through the wall, I will hump the pillar as hard as possible. It is legit my girlfriend. Well, that's kind of sus because the building's kind of shaped a little bit awkwardly there. So that's a little bit well, let's not say that. But we're gonna open here with blades. At this point, this guy's dead. I have vanish coming up. I have disarm. I have evasion. Let's be honest. 1400 CR, you don't really have a chance, and you're auto Ragnaros, and not to hate on Ragnaros, but nobody invites people from Ragnaros. Only Ragnaros people invite Ragnaros. So let's just get that out of the bag here. No hate on Ragnaros, but you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like a mutual, respect. We don't like you Ragnaros players, and you guys don't like us non-Ragnaros players. You know what I'm saying? So here we're going to set up him here because he has no enrage. This is the point where you're just going to open, get ready for the kidney shot, trinket, and then blind him on his CDs. Now I could blind him here, or I could evasion and keep pumping him, and get him as low as possible, and then blind him. So like in this situation, he gets the heal off, and then I'm going to blind because my evasion's coming off. And then what you could do is you're just gonna wait for your badge, or you could just reopen with a stun here because it's off DR. But usually you just want to wait for the badge, open, and win the game. So we just reopen, click all of our buttons, and GG. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. And like I said, if you guys know how to do shorts, hit me up on the good old-fashioned comments. And that'll be it for me for today. Goodbye.